I think it's absolutely criminal because triple talaq is criminal. It's very, very simple. I don't know when has Pinarayi Vijayan started reading the Quran and getting his own interpretation. I don't know who is briefing him. See, the Quran is very clear. Men and women have equal rights. But of course, men have a little more responsibility. And again, when it comes to divorce, the Quran lays down very clearly in chapter 4 what is the procedure to be followed. There is no procedure of triple talaq in one go at all in the Quran. So where does Kerala Chief Minister, Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, become a supporter of triple talaq, instant triple talaq? I mean, either he should learn, read the scriptures, learn or get briefed, and instead of coming out and saying such stupid things.
But he's saying that there cannot be one law for a certain community and another for another people. Do you think that they are the same person who oppose UCC? Do you think that he should now clarify his stand what he wants to say?
See, nobody is disputing the fact that there are divorce laws in every religion. Yes, there are. I mean, the Hindu religion has got, every religion permits divorce. And the Quran also lays down very clearly. Has Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan ever read those provisions, chapter 4 of the Quran? He has not. There is no provision in the Quran at all for an instant triple talaq. This is exactly what we have opposed and criminalized it. And I think he has to be very clear. He is trying to palm to the fundamentalist elements in his party and also to the voters. He needs some Muslim votes because today Kerala is 27% vote and his son-in-law is a Muslim. So obviously he has enough reasons. But I think this is completely out of place, or even I would even say verging on the criminal for Chief Minister to promote such archaic practices which are being made criminal by the Parliament of India. And I think he should apply better senses. I mean, this is completely out of place, what he said.
Cutting across to my colleague Ashwin, who is now joining us live. Ashwin, to begin with, this is not even a fair comparison, because the triple talaq practice is a part of what Muslims do. It is a practice that is unfair to women. The whole idea of striking down triple talaq was to seek justice for Muslim women. I mean, to really look at this whole debate in the larger prospect, it is instead Pinarayi Vijayan who's communalizing the very idea of it. The BJP instead is vying for Muslim women, is trying to fight for them, and here Pinarayi Vijayan is giving it a polarized color instead.
Well, absolutely. Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan made this speech in Kasaragod district to kickstart the campaign, a statewide protest that has started against the union government, which begins in Kasaragod and ends in Thiruvananthapuram. So it has been held by the new state secretary of the CPM, M.V. Govindan. So in that, his speech was given. And Kasaragod is one district which has got 37% of Muslim population, number one. Number two, this comes at a time when Jamaat-e-Islami, one of the organized Muslim organization, had even had a meeting with the RSS, and this also didn't go well with the Chief Minister. So here what we see is that the Chief Minister of Kerala is trying to create a divide by trying to project that the union government is against the minority community as well. And by stating very prolifically that in fact when the divorce of other communities is civil, but when it comes to Muslim community, he is saying that it is a criminal, without even looking at the mere fact that there are hundreds and thousands of Muslims who actually go via the court to get their divorce proceedings done. So he has made a large, broad brushstroke by stating that all Muslims in Kerala divorces by using triple talaq as a way of following divorce laws. And this is where the problem lies. And clearly he has made this this comment at a very, very sensitive area, a place where relatively among the 14 districts in Kerala, this is one of the most backward districts, because there's not even a proper hospital facility there in this place. There are multiple issues which the district of Kasaragod is facing. And in that district, he has made this comment. Right. And then from this, he is moving on to other northern parts of Malabar as well. So certainly, this comment has to be seen on a light of creating a kind of a political divide, and of course, a communal divide as well.
Oh yes, absolutely. And instead, it is Pinarayi Vijayan who is clearly playing appeasement politics here to cater to his vote bank, and that is coming across very, very clearly. What he really means by this and why he's making this comparison is only to bring down the BJP, but the whole crux is about seeking justice for Muslim women, and this sort of unfair treatment should not be meted out to them. Ashwin, I want to thank you for speaking to us and getting us all these details. We slip into a short commercial break. But before that, I'm being told Zeenat Shaukat Ali is with me on the phone line. Zeenat, what do you make of this comment? Because at the outset, really looking like Pinarayi Vijayan to garner votes and to play appeasement politics would make such a comparison. Any person who argues this on logic, fact is that triple talaq is a practice that is prevalent for Muslims and is very, very unfair against Muslim women. The whole idea of striking it down was the fact that this sort of unfairness should not be meted out to them. And by Pinarayi Vijayan making a statement like this is purely communal.
I agree with you that this is sort of a disservice to Muslim women, who have. In the first instance, I should like to make 1 or 2 points. My first point is that triple talaq was never part of the Quran. And this was debated and argued over years. I have 2 books written on the subject. The second part is that, there has been enough argument brought forth and, enough evidence being placed by different countries of the world, Muslim countries of the world, that have banned this kind of a talaq. Because there is a divorce per se is not banned. That is misleading to say that. But there's a procedure, and that procedure which was followed by the triple talaq did women a lot of harm, and it is not part of Islam. So therefore, you see, when these arguments were brought about, and the triple talaq was made illegal, yet despite that fact, it was continued to be practiced, where women suffered a lot of pain and suffering and anguish, and also violence was accompanied sometimes. So therefore, it was thought necessary that as a deterrent, this should be criminalized so that men would not use this as an instrument against women and leaving them high and dry on the road with just this one pronouncement, which left them nowhere. So, the whole, as you are very correctly saying, that on the basis of logic, the argument that is being presented is no argument. As a matter of fact, I feel the statement is a bit misleading. And, it is also, I think, not conducive to bringing justice to Muslim women, which was the actual basis of this law. Hello?
Oh, yes, completely. And Zeenat, I'm sure majority agree with you. On that note, I want to thank you for speaking to Republic this afternoon. We have to slip into a very short commercial break. Also, a quick check of the big stories we're tracking for you this afternoon.